great question, Fibonacci spiral. So Fibonacci spiral wants to know what is the Nicene Creed versus Arianism. So first let's start with Nicene Creed. Nicene Creed was the main thing that was going to be settled at the Council of Nicaea, other than the fact that Constantine was only going to support the Orthodox Christianity because he had Orthodox Christians within his army, and he favored them because they were more Roman than they were Jewish. So the thing about the Nicene Creed is that the Nicene Creed was to formally and emphatically state that Jesus was homoousios with the Father, that he is co-eternal with the Father, that in the beginning he was with the Father and part of the Father, of the same substance that the Father is and has always been with the Father, just came down and been born by Mary, and he was always been the Father at no time, even though he said, "How has that forsaken me?" And though he prayed to the Father, which would invalidate Hermetic alchemists when you say that the all can never not be the complete all. It can never be divided, nor can it be less than itself. It must always be the all. So even for a brief moment, the all can't be the all. Which, when you look at Arianism coming out of Egypt, and with the Coptic learnings of Gnosticism and understanding Hermetics, Arianism was the fact that they were saying that Jesus is not co-eternal, that Jesus was not there in the beginning, that Jesus is not homoousios with the Father, made of the same substance, but yet created either from a similar or a different substance than the all, but still yet divine, and was begotten by the Father in the same way that Hercules was begotten by Zeus, and other stories where a god came down and created a demigod by having sex with a human. So Arianism is purely just stating that Jesus is a divine spiritual creature, just not the same as God, not co-eternal, and therefore is not God, and was saying that if the Nicene Creed was accepted, then they were accepting plurality when it comes to gods, that they would be worshiping multiple gods instead of one single God, because Jesus in Arianism is not to be worshipped, but to be understood as a great teacher, to be understood as a prophet, to be understood as someone who came and instituted a different methodology of sin forgiveness instead of doing all the animal sacrifices just for sin forgiveness. It does not take away from making someone a priest by making an animal sacrifice and splashing it all on the altar and the priest. So the difference is the state of Jesus between Arianism and the Nicene Creed. And of course the Nicene Creed won because they had the support of Constantine and the Roman army.